lights on. Walkie Momo. That's not in the middle. It's not in the middle at all. Over there? No, over here. Is that more in the middle? That can't be more in the middle. The hell's going on? Is that not in the middle anymore? I feel like this picture used to be in the middle. Do you know what I mean? Has it got something to do with that? Yeah. Everything's good. Fine. It's going well. It's going really bloody well. There you go. Fine. Turn these lights on. I'm going to upgrade the vision. Oh. Tell you what, mate, the chat in here is absolutely fantastic. It's real cutting edge chat in here, isn't it? It's really... I'd recommend curries for a new washing machine. Any issues, the returns process is so easy. That is breaking news, folks. That is just coming in hot off the press. It's just like InfoWars, this stream. All the breaking news. If somebody returns a washing machine, you'll hear about it. I got a stack of news in front of me here, guys. I got a whole stack. I got stuff on JP. He's returned a washing machine. I got some stuff on that. David's mailed a letter to Portugal. He's got a stamp he wants to talk to us about. All the breaking stuff. It's true, though. I love you, JP. Love you, bro. Decent cuppa. What? What? That's fine. What's up, everyone? Vibes better be good. They're already good. What's wrong with you, man? Alex Stair Jones, I like it. This is such an excellent bit of music, this Lord of the Rings. It's worth the copyright strike I get every single time. I hope you guys appreciate how many copyright strikes I take on your behalf. I could just listen to this music quietly while the stream is beginning. I don't have to play it for you guys. I don't have to get a copyright strike, but I'd rather share it. Get the old strikeola. You know what I mean? Drenov! Where's Drenov gone? Man, there's so many old school names, you know, from the chat that we need to remember. Drenov in the house. What a guy old Drenov was. Oh, I love you, Peter. Do you know that guy? Oh, I love you, Peter. Peter Benton, I think. Man, so many of the old YouTube crew are not around anymore. Do you think they just can't find the channel anymore? I think that's what it is. They obviously shadow ban you quite heavily. I wonder if I can bring this microphone closer. I'm not sure that I can. I must have tried that before and it failed, but let me try again. Loving the heater today. There we go. I think that's a bit better. Yeah. Microphone's a lot closer now, I think. Okay. Do you think that's enough for the Lord of the Rings music? I think the stream started now? Stream started or what? I don't know if the stream started yet. We're going to have to go to VAR to see if the stream started yet. A second opinion on this. I need to turn off my heater. This heater that I've got is pretty vicious, you know. So this is also breaking news. I'll tell you about my heater. Okay, yeah, that's enough of that. Right, I'm going to put my nice background music on just for me, because the stream gets pulled if I put it on for you. There we go, folks. Okay, we're back. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. We're going to cover everything on tonight's show, folks. We're going to be talking about curries. We're going to be talking about washing machines. We're going to be talking about anything except for, you know, all the things that you're not allowed to talk about on YouTube. So we're not going to be covering the truth, I'm afraid, because that's against the T's and C's. You're not allowed to just say what you think the truth is on YouTube. What happens is YouTube tell you what the truth is, and then you say that. Otherwise, they give you a community guidelines strike. This is set up for your own safety. It is much safer for you for a giant corporation like Google to tell you what you're allowed to think than for you to have your own thoughts, hopes, and dreams, etc. So don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. You're completely protected throughout this entire stream. You're going to be protected by the YouTube T's and C's, and I'm not going to be telling you anything other than what they say I can tell you. So it's going to be great. What shall we talk about? Should we check the YouTube T's and C's? I'm interested in everyone's opinion on Mason Greenwood's charges being dropped. There's quite a few professional footballers these days with the first name Mason. What am I to make of that? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm getting at? Like, more and more now, I'm starting to think to myself that things like professional football, I'm starting to think, might be as made up as everything else. Like, you know what I mean? And by made up as everything else, I mean, obviously they're playing football, but maybe like the best footballers don't get to play football anymore. Maybe it's just like, you know, if you're in these secret societies, and you see a lot of the players now doing all this crap, and, you know, I see a lot of the players on Instagram doing this shit, and it's like, oh, I know what that means. You know what I'm saying? I wonder. Smash the like button. That's so funny to me. Smash the like button, guys. I see a lot of YouTubers being like, dude, guys, smash the like button. And I just look at that and I think, wow, what must it be like to be on YouTube and actually think that something like that would make a difference? Because I've got absolutely no idea what that's like. Do you know what I mean? Please hit like and subscribe. It's like, it doesn't matter how much of that crap people do. It doesn't even matter if you hit subscribe. They'll unsubscribe you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there is absolutely no point whatsoever in me being like, smash the like, subscribe, share the video. It's like, my reach is completely capped. You know, I'm not here for growth. I can still remember when they literally pressed a button and my channel just started going backwards. Smash that like button, guys. Hit the notifications. Hit the notifications to make sure you get notified when I go live. Press that bell, guys, and every time I go live, you'll definitely get a notification. Oh, yes. Oh, YouTube will be sending you a notification so promptly, guys, if you press that bell. That will be an absolute 100% guarantee you'll get a notification if you press that bell, guys. That's what YouTube do. Please press the bell. It'll be really good for you. I'm all over it with the hoodies. All over it. I'm putting a new order in. We're doing the pre-order thing. I reckon in 1 week, I'll be able to get all the pre-orders, and then I'll just start ordering. You know? So I reckon we're going to be able to do new Godwin's hoodies fairly quickly. Ooh, 1 second. I actually think I might be able to show you the new design now. I got sent a new design. I don't know if I can sign into my Gmail. That's the only thing. Oh, no, I know what I can do. I can forward the email from my Gmail on my phone. This is live, guys. This is breaking. I've got a new design. Just going to try and access it. Here it is. Good old Stu. Good old Stu sent me a new design, but I've only got it on my phone so far, so I've not been able to properly look at it. But I'm going to send it to my email live. Okay, and then hopefully I'll be able to look at it now with any luck. It's not gone through yet. And then, okay, still not gone through. Still not gone through. Okay, here it is. So there should be a new design on this email. Can't see anything. Oh. Fine. Right, let me see if I can show you the guys this. Wait up. Hold up. You ready? You see that? That is the new Godwin's design. What do you think? What do you think about that? There's some other options. This one with the red. Some other options. But I just preferred this final one here. And there's also this. What do you think about this? This is Godwin's, like sort of grayed out. I really like that. Where do the words go? Good point. Not sure. I'm not sure. Not sure. Where do you think the words should go? Red cross is my fave. I like the colored one. Okay, you guys like this one, huh? This one is the best one, isn't it? You think this one's the best one? This is the best one, isn't it? I thought this was the best one. No, not colored. You prefer the grayed out one. Okay. You mean this one? What do you guys think about this one? Cross on the front, zip up the middle, words on the back. Huh. I'm getting a lot of feedback here. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do Godwin's like this on a hoodie. And in addition to this on a hoodie, because I think that looks really good, I'm either going to do the red cross here or the cross without the colors, this without the colors. So either this or this. What do you think? So vote now. It's also probably a lot cheaper to not be red and yellow, just because of the way it's printed. So do you want black and white? Vote now for black and white or red. So very simply, you're either going to type black and white or red into the chat right now. Go. Just black and white. Color is tacky. Right. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's literally 50-50, you turds. Okay. With color, black and white, red, red, black and white, colored, black and white, red, 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 black and white, red. Very funny. Red, black and white. This is exactly split. What's up, Sandy? I like no color, black and white. Do a poll. Oh my gosh, can I do a poll? How do I do a poll? Oh my God, can I actually do a poll? Let me see. Can I do a poll? Is it in brand? No. Banners. Comments. How do I do a poll? Toffee Girl, how do I do a poll? I can't do a poll. Can I do a poll? How do I do a poll? It's called poll. Where? I'm in StreamYard. Do a Telegram poll. In your YouTube dashboard. I don't know where that is, man. Oh, I thought you meant I could do one in StreamYard. Okay. I got another question for you. Let's say I'm definitely going to go with one of these crosses, either the red one. I'll probably go with the black and white one, to be honest. I'll probably go with the black and white one just because it's a lot easier to print. So I'll probably go with this on one of our extremely high quality hoodies. Now, do you want words on this, yes or no? So please type words or no words. That's what we're asking for. We're asking for words or no words. Welcome to the Alistair Williams Good Vibes merch poll stream. Good vibes. Merchy vibes. Okay, here we go. Words. Yes, words. So that's 2. 3 for words. 3-1. 4-1. 5-1. 5-2. 5-3. 5-4. Bloody hell. 6-4. 7-4. 8-4. 8-5. There are no words. I don't know. That's not the game. Words, 9-5. Black and white cross and words, I think. Oh, words are unnecessary. Oh, man, you guys are not making this easy. It's a split room. Yes, words. Arc the word God above the cross and wins below the cross. Oh, that would be good. Do you think this is a good suggestion from Disinfo? I think that's a good suggestion. What about God wins on the back and this on the front? True, Jane, true. No, not another dividance. Is this yes to words on the back? Big up yourself, Paul. God wins in the cross. There's no room for that, I don't think, Tony. I'm getting quite a few followers from this interview I did on the Voice of Wales. I'll say quite a few. It's like 10. It's actually not that many, is it? Oh, no. 20. It's not that many, to be honest. The big scheme of things. Okay, I'm going to put God Wins on the back and this on the front. How big should this be? Let me see. Hang on. Let me go onto my website. So, where is my the rest of my products? Oh, you can only currently buy the fish dog vest. Huh. New arrival. Seems we're not selling any hoodies anymore. It's interesting. I see. Okay. Yeah. What about putting the logo on the sleeve? I mean, yeah, I guess that would work. This logo on the sleeve? I think I'm inclined to go with this on the front of the hoodie, and then God Wins on the back. It certainly is a big responsibility choosing merch. Some people want to be subtle, but really we should shout his name loud and proud. Yeah, I know. I mean, they're your choices, aren't they? Like a religious Stone Island hoodie. Oh, that's such a good idea. Oh, that's such a good idea. Get the badge in. Get the cross in. Don't need to go over the top with the logo. Front and back is suffice. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's true. Do you guys prefer the hoodies that are like the big design? Let me log in. See if I can log into my website. Looks like I can. Store products. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Fine. So, let me show you this. One sec. Now I'm going to show you my website. So we've got two types of hoodie. You've got this type, which has got the small logo. You see this? Huh. Or you've got the big logo. You see what I'm saying? So you got the small logo, Or you got the big logo. You see what I'm saying? Which do you guys prefer? The small logo or this big logo? This big logo is not a zip hoodie, as you can see. It's just a hoodie. I think I prefer the zip hoodie. Medium. Yeah, I only like zip hoodies too, to be honest. Okay. Fine. I think I got enough information. What does fish dog represent? It's just a phrase I came up with for when something's not quite right. When something's fishy, it's fish dog. You know, it's like that's fishy. Something is fish dog. It's not right. It's fish dog. You know, so I turned it into a clothing brand. I'm not good at being fascist, as you know. I'm not that good at being fascist. Are you still doing fish dog hoodies? Unfortunately, I sold out. I've completely sold out of the Godwins and the fish dog hoodies. So I do need to get some more, basically. Yeah, those were good times. Good times. Sure. Whatever you say. You need one? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll tell you what I'll do, Brown Wall. And people that want the Godwins jumper or whatever, I'm going to put the Godwins and the fish dog hoodies back on sale, even though I don't have any in stock. And if you want to order one, I'll just get you a bespoke one from the shop and then send it out to you. So it'll take a bit longer. But if people still want these, you should be able to get them. Can you do a Godwin's toaster? That is such a good idea. Only I don't think I can manufacture a toaster. Michigan in the house. I would love to do a Godwin's toaster. They go up to double XL, I think. I did a whole load of double XL ones and they sold out. So you can have whatever size you want. Nice. Yeah, I think I'll just put them back on sale. They will be the same price as our last hoodie, yeah. I'm not putting my prices up, even though the prices of everything else has gone up. My hoodies will remain the same. A Godwin's air fryer. Dude, I love my air fryer. I love my air fryer. Everyone's got an air fryer now. Have you noticed? That's a good idea. The next comedy night is on the 22nd of March. Same quality, you know it. You know it. Same quality. I'm not moving on the quality, don't worry. I wouldn't dare. Thank you, Ultron. Thank you, Ultron, my man. No, that's not at the farm. That is in Reigate. I'm doing another Reigate Comedy Club. God help me. It's in Reigate, man. I need to update the website, so probably next week. How do we book to see you live? I've put on Twitter a couple of live dates that I'm doing, but I need to get a date in London again. And then hopefully fill that up. Dude, I'm worried about this. It'll turn out air fryers give you brain. Do you think? I'm so worried by the fact that everyone's got an air fryer. I'm like, have I been like suckered in here? You know? Maybe when Alistair joins Getter, Dan can have a word with Jason Miller regarding a comedy event, etc. he tends to arrange. That'd be cool. That'd be good. Air fryers are just mini ovens, don't. Are they really? Dude, AirPods are so bad for you. Like, honestly, whenever I use, like, and I really limit my use to these things now. I saw a video on BitChute saying they're bad for you, air fryers. Oh, man. Really? Oh, I did think to myself, I bet they're bad for me. But I was like, come on, Alistair. Air fryers aren't bad for you. Relax. They're convenient, though. How can you fry without oil? I don't think they really fry anything. They're called an air fryer. But I don't think they really fry things. I think they're just like a bit of an oven. Oh, yeah, Andrew Lawrence is fantastic. Yeah, I should get him, shouldn't I? How come Andrew Lawrence can get back on the comedy circuit and you can't? I think Andrew Lawrence is cancelled for a slightly different reason to me. Like, Andrew Lawrence is cancelled because, people took offense to the stuff that he said, about like the black players in the European Championships or whatever. Like, originally, I think he was cancelled for the same reason as me. He was cancelled for sticking up for UKIP or whatever. And that was the same reason. But he had like an agent that stuck up for him, and that helped him a lot. But then he couldn't get back on the comedy circuit after the thing he said about the black players in the European Championship, because everyone just went mental about that. But yeah, I think because I am talking about Jesus, I think I'm extra cancelled, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't think that of all the things you could be saying, if you're telling people about Jesus, I think that's the big no-no in my opinion. We got a super chat coming in, folks. Whoa, Cy Lacey's coming in with a big fat 35 buckaroonies. Thank you so much, Cy. Hey, Alistair, what about a Jesus Christ 2 and the Holy Spirit Boogaloo t-shirt? Just thinking out loud. Ha ha ha. What's a Jesus Christ 2? Jesus Christ 2? What is that? Have I missed something? One in the chat. Why don't you have super chats on? I do have super chats on. Oh, you mean why don't I have super chats? I have my own link for super chats that you can find in the description to the video, and also pinned at the top of the YouTube chat. And the reason why I have my own super chat link is because when you send me a super chat through my own link, I get 100% of what you send me. If I had super chats on through YouTube, I get about 25% of what you send me, which is just so bad. It's such a ripoff. that I don't even want it to be an option for people. I don't like, if you send me $100 and I get $25 and YouTube gets $75, like, what is the point? You're funding more Google than you are me, and they're the enemy. You know what I mean? I'm not even, I don't even apply to get monetized on YouTube anymore. It's like, I don't want you anything to do with my money. Stay away from me. And I just do the Streamlabs super chat link. They say that they take, I don't know what they say. I think YouTube say like, oh, we only take like 30%, but that is BS. That is complete BS. They take way more than that. It's wild how much they take. No, I didn't see this. Did anyone notice Gareth Sykes' Twitter post about Jesus today? Oh dear. Where's that? I haven't seen that. When was it today? I can't see that. Wood-burning stove could leave you with a £300 penalty or criminal record under new regulations. What? I can't see this tweet, by the way. JP. I can't see it all. Oh, it was a retweet or something? Watch this with the... here we go. Watch this with sound off, and all I can imagine is she's ranting about how turning to Jesus will save us all from damnation. Yeah, that ain't good. I mean, turning to Jesus will save us all from damnation, by the way. Maybe we should watch that clip, though. I'm sure that'll be funny. Hold on. This AOC, you seen this?
That this is about a condemnation of anti-Semitic remarks when you have a member of the Republican caucus who has talked about Jewish space lasers and...
She's such an actress. Look at this crap.
Don't tell me that this is about a condemnation of anti-Semitic remarks when you have a member of the Republican caucus who has...
These people behind her are clapping. She hasn't even said anything.
Don't tell me that this is about a condemnation of anti-Semitic remarks when you have a member of the Republican caucus who has talked about Jewish space lasers and an entire amount of tropes, and also elevated her to some of the highest committee assignments in this body. This is about targeting women of color in the United States of America.
Look at that dummy at the back. It's like a sealed... You're not even listening to what she's saying, dummy. You just heard the word black women. It's embarrassing.
Tell me, because I didn't get a single apology. My life was threatened. Thank you.
Watch this. The way she smacks the desk.
My life was threatened. Thank you.
Honestly, this is just pure performance art at this point from these people. Jewish space lasers. Oh, yeah, I've seen that one. Oh, wait, Ilhan Omar got the boot. Is that true? Dude, she is wilding out in that clip. The way she claps to the desk is just hilarious to me. She is pretending like she's at a black church. That's exactly what that reminded me of. This is it. The fact that they've got like these actresses, these bartenders up there just wilding out. It's so embarrassing, man. And it's so obvious who these people are. They're not politicians. They're not trying to fix the world, man. They're trying to raise their own profile. They're trying to get likes and retweets. And, you know, they're making loads of money at your expense. That's what they're doing. Is there more videos of that? I'd like to see like the full. I'd like to see the full video. I'd like to see a lot more from that. Oh, she's defending Ilhan Omar. They're only short videos, the ones that I can find, though. You know? Let me see. This might be a slightly longer one. Oh, so she's talking about Ilhan Omar here. That's pretty amusing. Here we go.
As a fellow New Yorker, I think one of the things that we should talk about here is also one of the disgusting legacies after 9/11 has been the targeting and racism.
9/11! She brought up 9/11. They kicked out Ilhan Omar, and she's like, well, after 9/11, you talk about Ilhan Omar and you brought up 9/11? You serious? What the hell has Ilhan Omar got to do with 9/11 in a positive way?
Against Muslim Americans.
Sorry, one more.
As a fellow New Yorker, I think one of the things that we should talk about here is also one of the disgusting legacies after 9/11 has been the targeting and racism against Muslim Americans throughout the United States of America. And this is an extension of that legacy. Consistency, there is no...
Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. People are targeting Ilhan Omar because of 9/11. Are you crazy? She's like married to her brother. She does nothing but talk about how the USA is a terrible country. It's like, oh, you're just getting at her because of 9/11. This lady's nuts.
Nothing consistent with the Republican Party's continued attack except for the racism and incitement of violence against women of color in this body.
These people are genuinely insane. Genuinely insane. All they do is call everyone racist, and now, not only do they call people racist, they hop up and down and slap the table. She looks mental, bro.
Had a member of the Republican caucus threaten my life, and you all and the Republican caucus rewarded him with one of the most prestigious committee assignments in this Congress. Don't tell me.
The way she's waving her hands around.
Prestigious committee assignments in this Congress. Don't tell me this.
What are you doing, bro?
Committee assignments in this Congress. Don't tell me this is about
consistency. What are you doing?
Don't tell me that.
What are you doing?
This is about a condemnation of anti.
Do you know what this looks like? This looks like somebody had a bet with her before this thing started. It was like, listen, I bet you that you can't start dancing in the middle of yours. I bet you got to dance around and you got to wave your. I want you to do like the La Bamba while you're talking. And AOC says, how much? And they're like, I bet you $100. And she's like, watch, I'm going to dance up there. He's like, you got to dance. You got to wave your hand. She's like, I'm going to wave my hand in the air. I'm going to run around. I'll just pretend I'm talking about racism. That's what's happening here. She's winning a bet. Watch.
assignments in this Congress. Don't tell me this is about consistency. Don't tell me that this is about a condemnation of anti-Semitic remarks when you have a member of the Republican caucus who has talked about Jewish space lasers and
Whoa, she is on so much drugs when she says that.
has talked about Jewish space lasers.
Space lasers. What the hell? Why does she say it like the comic book guy from The Simpsons? You know, she's like Jewish space lasers. You know what I mean?
Member of the Republican caucus who has talked about Jewish space lasers and
Why do you say it like that?
an entire amount of tropes, and also elevated her to some of the highest committee assignments in this body. This is about targeting women of color in the United States of America. Don't tell me, because I didn't get a single apology.
Time has expired.
When my life was threatened. Thank you.
Time has expired.
My life was threatened. Thank you.
Oh, NBC. When she hit the thing, man, I lost it, bro. When she hit the thing, I don't even know what she's talking about with Jewish space lasers. I don't think you can get them on Amazon. I want a Jewish space laser hoodie. We'll see. Jewish space lasers. Jewish space lasers is a reference to MTG's comments on bushfires. Man, that was funny. Man, that was funny. Who else was triggered about that? Look how they're reporting this on CNN. Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez slams GOP in House floor speech. Man, there's some funny content here on AOC. Look at this one.
Lastly, but certainly not least, as we ring out
Look how crazy she is.
In the refrain that is said among people across the world and Puerto Ricans across the world, yo sí soy boricua, pa que tú lo sepa. And I yield my time back to the chair.
Look at this.
Sirs, the gentlelady will provide a translation.
Lastly, but certainly not least, as we ring out in the refrain that is said among people across the world and Puerto Ricans across the world, yo sí soy boricua,
She's
pa que
nuts.
tú lo sepa.
They always get some smiling idiot behind her. They always manage to put some smiling idiot they always get some brain dead idiot behind her in the clip to be like, to make you think that, oh, everyone loves this lady. Look how she's dressed. In a red dress with bright red lipstick. This lady is nuts. She is insane. There's no way to dress if you're a member of Congress and you're serious. Oh no, have you got a link to that? Her eyes look black as if she's on Charlie. Dude, she's on everything. She's on meth. She's on PCP. She's on Charlie. She's on everything, bro. Everything. She's on everything. I guarantee you she's methed up, man. I guarantee you. Defo sniffed up. 100. Probably more than half, my bro. Probably way more than half. All our leaders are whacked out, aren't they just? Aren't they just? Jewish space leaders. ding, dong, dong, ding. Rashida Tlaib went nuts as well. Let me see if I can find that one. That's going to be funny too. The 4 horsewomen of the apocalypse. Let me see if I can find Rashida. That nutcase. Oh, here we go. This is going to be a good one. Thank you very much for recommending these videos. They're gonna be cheering me up here. Let's go, Rashida.
Desperation. So desperate to distract the American people from their total inability to govern. The GOP is now doing what it is best at.
She forgot the at. She's reading her statement. She's like, the GOP is doing what it is best at.
Govern. The GOP is now doing what it is best at.
Line.
Weaponizing hate against a black, beautiful Muslim woman.
These people are idiots. And they look like such idiots. Whenever anything happens they don't like, they go, you're just being mean to black people. She's black and she's beautiful and I love her and it's so mean. They're just idiots. Idiots. And they are the fully racist ones. Whenever anyone does something or anything bad happens to someone, they immediately boil it down to skin color. Like, well, she's brown and that's why it's happening. It's like, well, no, actually brown people are able to do stuff wrong and get in trouble for it, even though they're brown. And it's not just because they're brown. Are you insane? Are you actually fully mental?
Congresswoman Omar's lived experience as a refugee in a
Oh, here we bloody go. Here we bloody go. She's destroying America from the inside. And you want to sort of cry about the fact that she's a refugee. She's from Somalia. Refugee, my ass. She married her brother.
child, a survivor of war, should be welcomed on this committee. It is.
What sort of planet are you from? Because she's a refugee, she should be welcomed on the committee. So it doesn't make any difference how well she performs on the committee or whether she's serving America or good for America. Just because she's a refugee, she should be on the committee. She's a refugee. She's been in a war. She should be in the government. That's how it works.
On this committee, it is needed.
Why is it needed to have someone from Somalia? No, it isn't. Absolutely it isn't. Somalia is a complete shithole. Okay? Be like, wow, she's from Somalia. She's from a war tribe in Somalia, so we should make America like Somalia. We need someone from Somalia to tell us how we can turn America into Somalia.
When you can't pass any bills that actually improve the people's lives, they turn to Congress. They turn Congress into a place of fear-mongering hate.
These people, have you noticed how they just wall up black people behind these women? Whenever they say anything, they're like, I need 5 black people behind them clapping.
It is so painful to watch. How ironic that the so-called lovers of personal freedom are now moving to censor Congresswoman.
This black guy with the tie on here, he looks like he knows, like, oh, man, how did I end up here? He looks like he knows, like, man, they are just wheeling us out to sit behind these brain-dead idiots. How am I on this side? He's probably been told to look enthusiastic, and instead he's just questioning his whole life listening to this lady talk.
Omar, in the same week,
Look at him.
They introduced a bill to ban federal employees from engaging in censorship.
He can't even bring himself to nod like the silly woman next to him with the purple lipstick.
Where are the free speech warriors today?
This lady grinning. Why is she grinning? You see the lady with the purple lipstick? Why is she grinning
in censorship
and laughing?
Where are?
Like, why are you laughing and grinning? If you genuinely believe what Rashida Tlaib is saying here, you'd be horrified and outraged. But you're not. You're laughing and you're smiling because you know it's one big joke. You know it's one big con. You know she doesn't mean any of what she's saying. And you also know that it's ridiculous.
the free speech
Look at her.
warriors today.
She's cracking
The
up.
hypocrisy is obvious to the American people. You are showing who you all are, really.
Oh, her voice is like breaking. You're all so horrible.
The
I know
gentlewoman's time has
Congressman Omar will
expired.
not be silenced.
I will not be silenced. No, your time's over. You will be silenced. Shut up.
Gentlewoman's time
To
has
Congressman
expired.
Omar, I am so
Gentlewoman's time
sorry,
has
sis,
expired.
that our
I'm so sorry, sis.
Gentlewoman's time
to
has expired.
Congressman Omar, I am so
Gentlewoman's time
sorry,
has
sis,
expired.
that our country is failing you today through this chamber. You belong
The
in that
gentlewoman is
committee.
no longer.
She's just having a full tantrum. Like a 4-year-old. She's like, you should be in the committee. I'm so sorry I'm not in the committee. Oh, I love you, sis. Why aren't you in my committee? This lady is in Congress? Gee.
Are recognized, and the gentleman from Mississippi is recognized.
Oh, man, that's too good. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we've got another super chat coming in. Here he is, folks. Your pal and mine, Triple P. Bosh. Donation incoming. These guys can't read their scripts properly, lol. Also, I've posted a bunch of links to the TG. Enjoy! Such as Jimmy Dore brings anti-war message to Fox News Tucker Carlson. That sounds interesting. Okay. Thank you very much for the super chat at Triple P. Let me see if I can find them links them. I like that Jimmy Dore link you put in last time. Oh, there's some good links in here from Triple P. Where is this Jimmy Dore one? Here we go. Hold up, Triple P. Hold up. Let me get this on the screen for everyone. This is courtesy of Triple P. Let's see what's up.
Went on this guy's show, Tucker Carlson's show.
GRB.
And it's nice. They send a van to the house. I don't even have to go in. So
Really?
it's really convenient. And but they don't anyway. You know me, I worry about lighting. Anyway, Tucker definitely has better lighting than me. But anyway, so I'll play it for you now because, and so I went on. It was perfect. So we're doing this anti-war rally on February 19th, and at the Lincoln thing in DC, and I forgot to mention it. I go on. He lets me talk. We're talking about war for 3 minutes straight, and I'm trying to remember all the stuff I wanted to say, and then I get to the end, and I'm like, okay, I think I'll end it there. And then I thought he'd ask me one more question, and I was going to look at my notes to make sure, and he didn't. He just blah, 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 and that was it. And I was like, oh, I looked at my notes, like, oh, fuck, I forgot to. If someone else had done that, I would never let them forget about it. I would so fucking bust their butt. You didn't talk about the thing. You're talking about
the gray zone when I brought up the great Jon Stewart Nazi medal article. I still feel bad I didn't bring it up. We posted. He had it on the screen.
Oh.
We didn't.
This
thing to say.
So anyway, so I'll just want to play. So I think this segment speaks for itself.
You can be outraged by the people running our country selling out our country to China, and you should be, but that's a very different thing from wanting to go to war with China, a war that we have no assurance we would win, to put it mildly. But in a memo to his troops, 4-star Air Force General Mike Minahan wrote this, quote, "My gut tells me we will fight in 2025. Xi Jinping secured his third term and set his war council in October 2022. Taiwan's presidential elections are in 2024 and will offer Xi a reason. U.S. presidential elections are in 2024 and will offer Xi a distracted America. Xi's team, reason, and opportunity are all aligned for 2025. So what should we take of this? Again, you can be deeply skeptical, in fact, hostile toward China, and still be worried about going to war with China. Jimmy Dore is the host of the Jimmy Dore Show. He joins us tonight to assess. Jimmy, what do you should we be paying attention to a memo like this? What do you think it means?
What I think it means is that the United States is trying to provoke and saber rattle with another nuclear power, right? This is what we were supposed to be afraid of was going to happen with Donald Trump, right? We couldn't have, he's a crazy man who's going to have his finger on the nuclear button. And now we have Demented Joe who is saber rattling with two nuclear powers, and they get the corporate media sponsored by the military industrial complex to get Americans to cheer it on. And why do Americans cheer it on? Because they have no idea what's actually happening with their foreign policy. And what's worse is they have no idea that they have no idea that they don't have any idea what's happening with their foreign policy. We have 400 military bases surrounding China since the Korean War. Do we really think that China is getting ready to invade the United States? Because I tell you, they're not. They make everything we use in the United States. Why? Because the same people who want this war are the same people who took the good jobs that are manufacturing jobs in America, turned them into low-paying, crappy jobs, and then shipped them to China. And then we get angry at them for the system that we set up if they're so corrupt, because that's the thing. Americans have no idea how corrupt their government is. They think our government's just regular corrupt, like, oh, Trump gave his son a job or Biden gave his kid a no-show job in the Ukraine war. That's not, the whole thing is corrupt. The $800 billion military budget is $800 billion of corruption. Why do we have to have 900 military bases around? We're the ones provoking this war, just like we provoked the war in Ukraine. We are now provoking a war with China. And who benefits? I'll tell you right now, your enemy is not China. Your enemy is not Russia. Your enemy is the military industrial complex, which has been fleecing this country to the tunes of hundreds of billions and trillions of dollars. How many times are we going to have a defense secretary say, hey, we can't account for $2 trillion in the Pentagon again? That, like, which has happened twice now in my lifetime. So again, people are being, the war machine cannot be stopped. Who's running this country? The war machine. It certainly isn't Joe Biden making these decisions. I would like to know who is making the decisions. And I just want to remind everybody, the United States is the world's terrorist. We just set the Middle East on fire in the last 20 years. And now we're doing a proxy war in Ukraine, which we provoked, NATO provoked, and it was just admitted that we provoked it by the former prime minister of Germany. And now we're trying to saber rattle with China, and they're predicting a war. Again, China's not going to invade us. China's not our enemy. We might have an economic war. That's what these are. These are economic wars. These are wars for, in Ukraine, it's about liquefied natural gas and making sure Germany and Russia never come together, because we fear Russia's natural resources and manpower, and we fear them getting together with Germany with their technology and their capital. And so that's why we blew up the Nord Stream pipeline. That's why we're doing the Ukraine war. This is all about hegemony, imperialism, and economics. And if there's a Marine somewhere, it's there because they're about to steal some natural resources from another country. As everybody's screaming about what a bad guy Putin is for invading Ukraine, the United States is currently occupying a third of Syria. And which third is that? It's the third that has the oil. And how do I know we're there to steal their oil? Because the president of the United States said so.
We're not even benefiting economically. That's, I mean, of course, that's the rub. Jimmy Dore, appreciate it. Thank you.
My pleasure. I like to really drag. Oh, you can come to me. I like to really drag that out.
That's, well, I would have forgot to plug the mortgage as well, because that's a lot of. I don't know. You got that all out.
I don't know. I just start going. Anyway, so there it is. And by the way, I would love to say that stuff on MSNBC, CNN, ABC. They will never have me on. The only person in the whole corporate news that will have a message like that is a guy who hosts for Fox News and coincidentally has the #1 news show in America.
I was gonna say he has better ratings. Why would you go on the best rated one?
So I'm on the #1 news show in America, and then I get to also go on the #1 podcast in America, or in the world.
In the world.
So I think it's okay. So thanks to Tucker for bringing me on and having that message.
Here's the thing, man. I don't even know if I trust Fox News Tucker Carlson anymore. I certainly don't trust Joe Rogan anymore. Do I trust Fox News? No. I like Tucker Carlson, but I don't. You know? I like the noises Trump's been making recently. I still think there's a chance that Trump is this good guy and that he's going to come in and make a difference, you know? I still think there's a chance that the Ukraine could work out well. There could be bioweapons labs in there or something, and that's where they've gone to get them or whatever, you know? We'll see. But yeah, this is quite likely, isn't it, that it's all a big load of nonsense. That wouldn't surprise me at all. Carol Vorderman going after Rishi Sunak? Is this something that I want to see? I guess so. Triple P sent this one in. Let's check this one out as well. Triple P goes to a lot of trouble to send in these interesting clips, so big him up in the chat, please.
Rishi Sunak, our Prime Minister, co-founded a hedge fund called Theleme, and no one's talking about it.
Didn't you used to be the lady that just used to hold up the numbers on Countdown? Why are you now telling us about Rishi Sunak and politics? Do you know what I mean? I'm so skeptical about celebrities that are now leading people in terms of like politics or economics or, you know what I mean? Why in the world are we listening to Carol Vorderman about insider trading and Moderna and stuff? Why have you got your celebrities, your actors, you know, the Countdown big tits lady? Why is she now telling me about Rishi Sunak? There's something off about that.
Theleme invested in the last few years £1 billion in Moderna shares.
Look at these guys. Look at these plebs. It's embarrassing, man.
Sunak said he has put all his assets into a blind trust. He has refused, and The Guardian was the last newspaper to report on this in November 2020. At that point, he refused to say whether he holds assets in Theleme and therefore in Moderna. Mm-hmm. So that man came out in front of 10 Downing Street, as our Prime Minister said, accountability, you know, transparency, all of this. If you are true to your word, Rishi Sunak, tell us, do you own, through Theleme or any other means, shares in Moderna? Because if you do, are we now talking about insider trade?
We just want transparency.
I love the way.
I love the way she's like completely.
I like Carol Vorderman's just like, hey, you know me. I'm the big tits lady from Countdown. I just like to call people out for insider trading. You know me. This is so normal. Yay, you know me. I'm all about this. It's just me again, guys. Just talking about Rishi Sunak, Pfizer, Moderna, insider trading. You know how I do. Come on, folks. We've got another super chat coming in, ladies and gentlemen. This one is from Luba Aliam. I've probably said that wrong. Send us $1. Thank you very much. Check out The Illusion on YouTube. What is that? What is that? What is that? I'm going to need a bit more information other than check out The Illusion. Thank you for the super chat, dude. I appreciate it. Luba. Hey, you know me. I got the big tits on the Countdown. I'm just here talking about Rishi Sunak inside trading. That's completely normal. What a load of BS. I've never heard anything more suspect in my life. I'm not saying it ain't true or whatever. It's just like I'm so... You know how sometimes the establishment are like, okay, get Sunak out, bring someone else in. Like, they go through leaders so quickly now. And it just seems like whenever they want to distract us or they don't know a distraction, they're like, oh, just come up with a scandal about whoever we've got running the country and we'll just swap them out for some other pawn. Somebody said something interesting on Twitter today where they were talking about... you know how they're starting to say, like, oh, it looks like you might have been poisoned by these vaccines. They're starting to sort of admit that, you know, there might be some problems with them. You know, like Bill Gates is like, well, the problem with the vaccine and, you know, blah-de-blah-de-blah, right? This guy on Twitter was saying that maybe they give most people the placebo or the saline or whatever. So they give, like, 5% of people they poison. The other 95% they give the saline. And then they're going to come out and say, oh, it looks like you've all been poisoned. And then they're going to use that fear to then get the 95% of people that have been given the saline to take a real mRNA shot to redo the damage, if you know what I mean. It's like, oh, you've been poisoned. You need an injection now. And then Elon Musk comes forward with some nonsense. That's what this person was saying. And I thought that was a very interesting theory. We have got another super chat, ladies and gentlemen. He's back. The man, the myth, and the legend. Triple P. Bosch. Second donation incoming. Thank you very much, my man. You guys have no idea how much Triple P is responsible for the ongoing regularity of these streams, man. This guy really does put up the numbers when it comes to financially supporting the stream. So please big him up every stream. Do your own research. Don't be led around by fools that are thrust in front of you. Also, I have posted to the TG for this stream the video and transcript for All Wars Are Bankers' Wars by Michael Rivero. Okay? It's from Triple P. Thank you for the super chat, Triple P. Let me see if I can find that. All Wars Are Bankers' Wars. Here it is. Whoa. It's 43 minutes long. So I'm not going to be able to play all this on the stream, but I'll play you the first bit, and then if you want to watch the rest of this, guys, the
first story with you, and this is actually an article that I wrote over the weekend called "All Wars Are Bankers' Wars."
Let's watch the
first
bit together.
And I went in, I did a lot of research. It's posted to the front page of whatreallyhappened.com. I understand it's already gone viral. It's being reposted around the web. But I wanted to basically tell it to you here on the radio show. And it's a very long story. We're probably going to take the rest of the hour to do it. But it's something that you need to understand, that all of these wars and assassinations that we're told are crazed lone nut assassins or weapons of mass destruction or bringing democracy, all of them track back to the private central bankers as the initiating event. And the more you study this, the more you will realize all the wars are wars for the bankers, for the private central bankers. And I know a lot of people are going to have difficulty comprehending this, just how many of these wars we have fought as a nation were fought for no other purpose than to force private central banks onto nations that did not want them. So we're going to have a few examples so you understand why at this particular time in history the United States government is mired in so many wars against so many foreign nations. And there's plenty of precedents for this. Now, going back to the beginning, the United States fought the American Revolution primarily over King George III's Currency Act, which forced the colonists to abandon their own government-issued currencies and conduct business only using printed banknotes borrowed at interest from the Bank of England. If you go back to the writings of Ben Franklin, direct quote, the refusal of King George III to allow the colonies to operate an honest money system which freed the ordinary man from the clutches of the money manipulators was probably the prime cause of the revolution. That's Ben Franklin. Now, our public schools don't teach that because you're not supposed to know that the bankers were really behind the American Revolution. After the Revolution, the United States adopted a revolutionary, radically different economic system in which the government issued its own value value-based currency so that private banks couldn't skim the wealth of the people through interest-bearing banknotes. So the American Revolution was fought primarily to free the American people from King George III's Currency Act, which ordered them to conduct all business using printed banknotes borrowed at interest from the Bank of England. So the Bank of England was just, raking in wealth from the labor of the American people in exchange for ink and paper. And that fueled the anger that led to the American Revolution. Your public schools don't spend a lot of time on that, but that was really what it was all about. So the revolution was over, the United States was born, but the private bankers are nothing if not dedicated to their schemes to acquire other people's wealth, and they knew full well how easy it is to corrupt a nation's leaders. Now, just 1 year after Mayor Amschel Rothschild had uttered his infamous, "Let me issue and control the nation's money, and I care not who makes the laws," private bankers succeeded in setting up a new private central bank called the First Bank of the United States, largely through the efforts of the Rothschilds' chief supporter in the United States, Alexander Hamilton. Now, this First Bank of the United States was founded in 1791, and by the end of its 20-year charter, the First Bank of the United States had almost ruined the nation's economy while enriching the bank's owners. As a result, Congress refused to renew the charter and signaled their intention to go back to a state-issued, value-based currency on which the people paid no interest at all to any banker. This resulted in a threat from Nathan Mayer Rothschild against the U.S. government. Quote, "Either the application for renewal of the charter is granted, or the United States will find itself involved in a most disastrous war." End quote. Congress still refused to renew the charter for the First Bank of the United States, whereupon Nathan Mayer Rothschild railed, quote, "Teach those impudent Americans a lesson. Bring them back to colonial status." End quote. Financed by the Rothschild-controlled Bank of England, Britain then launched the War of 1812 to recolonize the United States and force them back into the slavery of the Bank of England's banknotes, or to plunge the United States into so much debt they would be forced to accept a new private central bank. And the plan worked. Even though the United States won the War of 1812, Congress was forced to grant a new charter for yet another private bank, issuing the public currency as loans at interest, the Second Bank of the United States. Once again, private bankers were in control of the nation's money supplied and cared not who made the laws or how many British or American soldiers had to die for it. So once again, the nation was plunged into debt, unemployment, poverty by the predations of the private central bank, and in 1832, Andrew Jackson successfully campaigned for his second term as president under the slogan, "Jackson and no bank." True to his word, Jackson succeeded in blocking the renewal of the charter for the Second Bank of the United States of America. And this was where that famous quote came from Andrew Jackson. Quote, "Gentlemen, I too have been a close observer of the doings of the Bank of the United States. I have had men watching you for a long time, and I am convinced that you've used the funds of the banks to speculate in the breadstuffs of the country. When you won, you divided the profits amongst you, and when you lost, you charged it to the bank. You tell me that if I take the deposits from the bank and annul the charter, I shall ruin 10,000 families. That may be true, gentlemen, but that is your sin. Should I let you go on, you will ruin 50,000 families, and that would be my sin. You are a den of vipers and thieves. I'm determined to rout you out, and by the eternal God, I will rout you out." End quote. Andrew Jackson. Shortly after the charter for the Second Bank of the United States expired, there was an assassination attempt on Andrew Jackson, and it failed when both pistols used by the assassin, Richard Lawrence, failed to fire. Later on, Lawrence explained the motive for the assassination by saying that with President Jackson dead, money would be more plenty. So it was an assassination motivated by the interests of the bankers. Now, our public school system is as subservient to the bankers' wishes to keep certain history from you, just as the corporate media is subservient to Monsanto's wishes to keep the dangers of GMOs from you, and the global warming cult's wishes to conceal from you the fact that Earth has actually been cooling for the last 16 years. So it should probably be no surprise that the financial dimension of the Civil War are not well known to the average American. It's portrayed in our history books and our popular media as an internal dispute over slavery, but in fact it was a war with global implications. When the Confederacy seceded from the United States, the bankers once again saw the opportunity for a rich harvest of debt and offered to fund Lincoln's efforts to bring the South back into the Union at 30% interest. Lincoln remarked that he would not free the black man by enslaving the white man to the bankers, and using his authority as president, issued a new government currency, the greenback. This was a direct threat to the wealth and power of the central bankers, who quickly responded. This is a quote from the London Times following Lincoln's issuance of the greenbacks. Quote, if this mischievous financial policy currency, the greenback.
Do you notice about this money, there's no pyramids on the banknotes? You notice that? No pyramids, there's no all-seeing eyes, there's no weird symbology on there.
Was a direct threat to the wealth and power of the central bankers, who quickly responded. This is a quote from the London Times following Lincoln's issuance of the greenbacks. Quote, if this mischievous financial policy, which has its origin in North America, shall become indurated down to a fixture, then that government will furnish its own money without cost. It will pay off debts and be without debt. It will have all the money necessary to carry on its commerce. It will become prosperous without precedent in the history of the world. The brains and wealth of all countries will go to North America. That country must be destroyed, or it will destroy every monarchy on the globe. So, goaded by the private bankers, much of Europe supported the Confederacy against the Union, with the expectation that victory over Lincoln would mean the end of the greenback. France and Britain seriously considered an outright invasion on the United States in support of the Confederacy, but they were held at bay by Russia. A little bit of history most Americans don't understand. Russia came to the aid of Lincoln's Union during this crisis. Now, at that time, Russia had just ended their serfdom system, and they had a state central bank similar to the system of the United States.
I mean, this is a fascinating video, but we don't have time to watch it all, but I think we can summarize to the bankers are responsible for everything evil. You know, I think the key quote from in there was like, allow me to control a country's money and I care not who makes the laws. It's like, that's so true. It's like, if these people are producing the money and lending it back to you at interest, they don't care what the laws are. They're just making a percentage of everything. They're just stealing your labor. The most valuable commodity in the whole of the planet Earth is human labor, human life force being expended. And if they control the cash and the interest and everything, they could just take a bigger percentage of your life, basically. Crazy. The love of mammon is the root of all evil. They really love it, don't they? They do. They do. I can't lie. They do. Listen, thank you for tuning in tonight, folks. It's been fun. It has been very, very fun. We're going to go out with a bit of daydreaming. I wouldn't mind some money. Say, wouldn't we all? Wouldn't we all? There's not much money around these days, TG. We move. We move. Listen, thanks for tuning in tonight, folks. It's a good stream. Enjoyed myself. I hope you enjoyed yourselves too. You're welcome. 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 Thanks, Brown Wall. Thanks for your support, bro. Love and peace to all. Have a brilliant weekend, Papa Giza. See you later, Tony. Peace out, Robin. Laters. Thanks, everyone, for your continued support. Will do. Will do. Thanks, Triple P. I really appreciate you, man. All right, folks. See you tomorrow. We'll be streaming again tomorrow. You know it. It's always fun to get a shovel. You're always welcome, my bro. See ya. Bye.